City Church family, God has been so faithful to us. In the last 10 years, we have sought to live out the mission of City Church to extend the glory of God by making disciples through the gospel of Jesus Christ. So we have seen people changed by Jesus, giving their lives to Jesus, and seeing those who were far away from Him come to know Him. So we have celebrated so many baptisms here at City Church. We have seen people who had addictions, who had just like diverse number of paths come to Jesus and find a new life, and it has been exhilarating. And we've seen also just children born, dedicated. We've seen families restored, marriages restored. We've seen addictions dry up, and we've seen just so many just facets of the gospel showing up within the life of the body. So it has been an amazing journey, and I also just celebrate the fact God has brought people who have nothing in common together to come and band together. And so we've seen a people united by Jesus, loving one another, caring for one another, serving one another. And it's just been a joy to sit on the front row seat of watching you loving one another here at City Church. And so it's just been a joy. It's been a joy. One last thing that we've just that I just celebrate over is the fact that God has called us and sent us to serve our city, to serve one another, to serve our city, and to serve the world. And I have just been so amazed and proud of us as a church living out our sentness to go and to partner with organizations here in our city that are seeking to make Jesus known. But not only that, to partner with organizations like X29 to see the gospel reach the ends of the world, and to send our own missionaries to go into the ends of the world to see the gospel at work. That's 10 years of just God's faithfulness through us. And I want to just say thank you for your obedience in the last 10 years. But here we are looking forward to what God wants to do in the next coming years. And we have just really prayed and labored over the scriptures. And one of the words that just has kept just coming up has been the word multiply. We believe that God has set us up as a church in order for us to multiply disciples who multiply disciples. And whether it's locally, whether it's globally, we are wanting to see the work of spiritual multiplication happening. And so for the next 2 years, I want to just call you to hang with me. We want to see God multiply us deep, to see deep disciples made here at City Church, whether it's our children, whether it's our adults, we want to see that happen. So we are launching a 2-year generosity initiative that is going to invest in disciples being multiplied deep here at City Church, whether it's investing in our facilities, whether it's actually paying off our mortgage as well, whether it's actually taking care of anything that can help us facilitate discipleship here at City Church. That's what we want to do. But we don't want to stop there. We want to multiply wide. We want to go and see the gospel multiplied here in our city. So we want to continue to get behind these organizations and partners in the gospel ministries that have invested in college students, that have invested in orphan care, that have invested in just families. And we want to just even see new initiatives actually happening here in our city. We want to take part in planting the gospel all over our city and our county, and that's what we want to do. We also want to see our church multiply further. And when I'm saying further, I'm talking about, first of all, globally. So we want to see healthy churches planted around us, but we also want to see healthy churches planted in the world. So we want to continue to fund and see churches planted all over the world. We also want to just really kind of just dream together of how we can, through our gospel faithfulness here and now, how we can actually multiply the gospel further and see it actually reaching far beyond us. And so this is actually thinking about the child who is born here at City Church. We want to see that child actually tell a gospel story that is rich beyond us. We want to preach the gospel, die and be forgotten, but we want to participate in the state of the gospel in 2070, 2080, 2100, and that is done by us taking care, making sure that we are preaching the gospel effectively today. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 15, this is our theme verse. Indeed, everything is for your benefit, so that as grace extend through more and more people, it may cause thanksgiving to increase to the glory of God. That's what we want to do. We want to see grace extend through more and more people in us and through us, and we want to see it extend through all our partners, and that it will result in thanksgiving, that will result in the glory of God. And so, City Church, I want to invite you, join me and the elders, and join me and my family as we are just really asking God, would you help us to take the little that we have and put it together as a church family to see the gospel go deep, go wide, and go further.